Vincent Valentine, boy. EX Turk, boy. Horror transformation, boy. Fuck Shimmer, boy. Pro Lucretia, boy. Let's get started on the Sturgeon Cerberus. Going down on Purge. Better watch yourself, Hojo. Anyone mess with Lucretia, you're gonna end up at the end of my Cerberus. I play no games. Got your goofy ass on my Hellmaster chainsaw. Don't even.
Hey, it's Noctis. Subscribe to Vincent Valentine EX Turk channel.
Hello guys, your king and I'm Vincent Valentine EX Turk, and we're going to be talking about the Final Fantasy VII Remake, with the Final Fantasy VII Remake trailer to be posted on E3 this year. I also want to talk about Sephiroth, one of my favorite Final Fantasy villains of all time, for various reasons. We're going to be seeing a much powerful, stronger Sephiroth than what we are used to in the Final Fantasy VII Remake, considering it's going to be rewritten to the point where it's going to put more backstory on Sephiroth. And the Sephiroth model that's going to be used from the interview of Tetsuya Nomura, when he talked about the question a fan asked him about the Crisis Core and Dirge of Cerberus HD collection, he also answered that the Sephiroth is going to have changed. We're going to see a black wing Sephiroth that looks kind of like the one from Advent Children, but it's still the original Sephiroth. So they're probably going to change it where you fight Sephiroth instead of Genova's forms. Except only 3 times you're going to be able to fight Sephiroth. But nonetheless, and if they make it just like the original, where the real Sephiroth is dead and slumbering inside the live stream, and he gets a black materia. With the black materia, he's going to be 10 times more powerful than he was in the original. And since now we're now utilizing the a new action combat system with the ATB bar, so now it's going to be easy to dodge attacks and stuff like that. We're pretty much going to be seeing a harder Sephiroth than we never seen before. Because the whole disappointment about the Arden boss fight in Final Fantasy 15 and the final battle, Sephiroth is going to be 10 times harder than what we know. Now, I could predict he's going to probably start out in his base form and you have to fight him. You know, like you did with Crisis Core when you're Zack and you fought Genesis in his base form. After you defeat that one form, you'd have to fight him again. Of course, you'd probably start with Sephiroth's base form, then Sephiroth will transform like he did on the other ones, and it's going to be really hard to dodge attacks because, well, with the action combat system, you can easily dodge attacks, so they're going to have to make this boss a lot difficult than before. So we're going to be seeing a tough and stronger Sephiroth. You know, since Sephiroth is now going to be pretty much pushed to the front. Sephiroth is going to be pushed to the front and centered, you know, this time. Sephiroth is not going to take no prisoners in this game, in this remake. Sephiroth is going to be not only super powerful, like none you ever seen, but Sephiroth is going to be more of a formidable foe than you think, because if they're going to push Sephiroth a lot earlier and a lot more than they did in the original game, you know, then, you know, since this is a complete remake, and understandably so, it's a remake, so they're just remaking the game. So there are going to be changes from the original, while still keeping some things from the source material. But the problem with the original, it was fixed on Cloud versus Genova for a while. We never got to really get into Sephiroth until parts of the game. Now this will be changed in the remake, according to Tetsuya Nomura and according to Katarse. And I gotta say, I'm pretty much okay with this, because Sephiroth was a good villain. And now we get to see a full, not only backstory, but we get to see a stronger and much powerful Sephiroth we never seen before. So the people who complain about how Caius is hard or Ravis in Final Fantasy 15 was hard, you haven't even come close to what Sephiroth's going to be. Sephiroth's power scale is going to be insane in the Final Fantasy VII Remake. In this one, you're probably going to have to use your whole entire team in this one. They're probably going to make it so you instead of just selecting the 3 teams, since you could pick characters, you could pick characters that are in your party to be with you, you could pick them as your leaders. I imagine that they're going to put all the characters that you earn, all the dominant characters from Cloud all the way to Sid, and you have to face Sephiroth's big 2 transformations, the Bizarro and Safer Sephiroth. By utilizing your whole party, you better stock up on X potions, hero drinks, elixirs, high elixirs, all that stuff, and then also make sure all your characters have ribbon because of the stats ailments that Sephiroth's first transformation has, the Bizarro Sephiroth. They're going to make them a lot more insane, I think. And I'm really hyped when the Final Fantasy VII Remake drops. I'm really hyped to see how powerful Sephiroth is going to be in this one. Like, yes, the turn-based, they kind of shifted the difficulty depending how you play the game. But they're going to make it completely hard, considering this is an action combat system with the ATB bar. So, this is going to be more of a challenge. Sephiroth is going to be 10 times more of a challenge than he was in the original game. So, we're facing a super powerful, godlike Sephiroth. And just Sephiroth in his base form with just his soldier suit and the katana, like it was in Crisis Core. If anyone remember playing Crisis Core on the PSP, that was a hard boss fight. I died like 25 times against Sephiroth when I was first playing Crisis Core. I actually died 15 times just against his, regular soldier form. And everybody already knows how hard Sephiroth was in the Kingdom Hearts game. In fact, most people bragged about how good at Kingdom Hearts they are if they beat Sephiroth due to the difficulty Sephiroth gave you. And I'll be honest, as big of a Final Fantasy fan I am, to this day, I have not beaten Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts 1 or 2, and this is talking about the PlayStation 2 copies I have. I have not beaten Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts 1 or 2. And 2 is supposed to be a lot easier than 1. So, if we're going to be fighting Sephiroth 3 times in the game, most likely, or more times in the game in this remake, you're going to be probably facing the same challenge you had in Kingdom. And if the fight style's like Kingdom Hearts games, oh yeah, you're going to be seeing a powerful, almost nearly impossible to destroy Sephiroth. Now, maybe not like the weapons are, because, well, this is still part of the story. You still had to complete the story. So there is going to be some cheap ways to get past this. But most likely, if you don't know those shortcuts or you don't over-level your characters, Sephiroth might be a little bit overpowered for you, depending on, the chapters. I could probably see Sephiroth becoming a boss like Bar Tandalonis was in 13, where when you first fought Bar Tandalonis, he was nearly impossible to defeat unless you leveled up real high and figured out his weakness. And then the last 2 ones, he's going to be pretty easier. Well, except for the final part for Sephiroth, because Sephiroth, his power scaling is going to be insane in the remake. Considering that they're gonna probably use the black wing version, so pretty much with the black one wing angel version, abilities and stuff like that mixed with the classic Sephiroth, we're gonna be seeing a Sephiroth like no other, like a new revision of Sephiroth by Tetsuo Nomura and Katarse in the remake. And I wanted to talk about this before E3 comes out because Sephiroth's my favorite Final Fantasy villain of all time for multiple reasons. So, that's why I wanted to talk about the half-human, half-alien hybrid, one-wing angel Sephiroth. And tell me what you think in the comments below. What do you think they're going to do with Sephiroth? And may the crystal be with you.